MADePAP.
No one add him.
A motherfucking man, Cal Valley production. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Dog tickling whispers, echo in the night. Dolphins horny, slender savage cry. Mad, 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 mad. Cheesemo burns bright in the fire. Brahma Bulls moves never tire. Punk waddles bars, pure insanity. Rip that shit quick. Lil Chad's voice spilling that tea. Unless your name is Steve, call us for free. On the real, that dude starting to scare me. Oh, and Imp is here somewhere.
Man, Cool Ranch Dick would be delicious.
Yum.
And what's Gucci, my ninjas? I'm me, they're them, and we are us, the YouTube equivalent of Braille. People feel us when we speak. I got another one where, like, if we ever get a sponsorship from Buffalo Wild Wings, we can be like, it's where they get their wings. Anyway, ready?
Wings. I took the liberty of adjusting Punk's position based on his arrival.
By the way, I hate to break kayfabe this early on, but pull the curtain back a little bit. Before we started, we got the sad news that we wouldn't be joined by Slender tonight because he...
Yum.
Thank you. They're gross. Back. Punk. Anyway, he's sick, so Slender won't be joining us, right? And I was like, hey, you know, it'd be really cool if somebody steps up. The only person that responded was Punk. Enthusiastically responded.
Yeah.
And then the motherfucker shows up late.
It felt like that's who it was directed at to begin with, even though you said this is not about one specific person.
Yeah, I say what I mean.
No, you weren't talking about me.
Of course not. Anyway,
it's also worth noting that couldn't have been directed at me because I always bring my A game. I can't step up any further.
Anyway, so just him in first. Technically, as someone from the chat, Sherry's here. Cynthia and Dildo, what's up? Sherry's still here. Josh Hammond, brap, skirt. I was taught by a white woman. I can't roll my R's. Davinia.
Peggy Hill was his Spanish teacher.
She won't go away. Here, distracting Brahma Bull.
Hi.
Los Hermanos is what, I was remember your Spanish teacher was
Hey Boosh. Yes, he was a white lady.
Full on like little old lady, white lady.
No. She was young. She was banging the senior. I had her like freshman for Spanish. I had to take Spanish one twice.
Like a 70-year-old senior.
No, like a high schooler.
When asked how she liked her students, she said "me gusto."
Anyway, yeah. See, another guy taught by a white chick.
I just took Latin so I wouldn't have to speak the language. It was very convenient.
I think when I got taught Spanish, it was by some old Jewish lady. So I figured that one out.
Wait, hold on.
Yokio Nagila?
Are you sure she was
I don't know.
Jewish and not German and was just hanging out in
I'm very sure, Mad.
South America?
Argentina?
Yeah, Argentina for a while.
Quite sure.
What are you talking about? This is Spanish. Sorry. Anyway, I probably shouldn't do that. That was a bad idea.
I already said what I said.
Punch out of it, Mad. Punch out of it.
Yeah, no. I'm just gonna let it hang. I don't know if you've ever tried
out
to
of
do.
It, he has to worry about big glass.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever tried to do a Jewish fuse accent with, Spanish. It didn't go well. Anyway, I have a new segment that we're going to try out.
Wasn't there a whole segment of Jewish people from like Spain? The
it was up in Castillo, wasn't it?
They have a whole segment of like the Jewish population that descended from when they got kicked out of Spain.
There's also the Confederales.
They were the Spanish Confederates.
No, from the Civil War. and they moved down there after the war. And
is that like with Mitt Romney's dad, who took that whole Mormon group down into Mexico?
100%.
And that's why they started founding all those compounds where they were allowed to still be polygamous.
Yep. Anyway, in Australia, there was a dude in Australia that was like, "We're going to South America and start a new colony." I forgot what he called it. Anyway, all right, so we're gonna try a new segment. It's called unknown, but like you'll get it. Oh, by the way, so we're gonna do these, and everyone has to take a turn reading one or the other because it's gonna be an exchange between two people. Ooh. Who wants to go first?
Sure, I'll read first.
Cool. Way to step it up. I'll be the chick. I'll make it easy on you.
Okay.
So I guess this guy was like actually texting instead of liking the pictures. To be fair, you look great in those pictures. And then the chick comes in. Ha ha ha. Thanks, sweetie.
Oh, come on. You probably hear that on the regular. Emoji. How did you end up in Dresden, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm going to Berlin soon, so I chose a random area to look at cute boys. Too honest?
No such thing as, air quote, too honest. In that case, how did you end up going to Berlin?
Just visiting my aunt. I'll be there for a month. The Berlin boys aren't very cute, though.
Glad to hear someone from outside confirm my prejudice against Berliners. LOL.
Lol.
Lol. Any idea what you're gonna do once you're here?
Berlin is full of libs, and they're beloved illegal immigrants who are absolved of every crime they commit. Ugh. But yeah, I want to look around the historic sites. Where's that Gothic cathedral? I want to visit that.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
It's such a good ending, right?
Did they just
nowhere?
Did they like totally catfish this dude into talking to someone from Turning Point USA? Man, their new system is a little more Candace Owens than I thought it would be.
All right, Chad, you up next.
I don't know why that's so funny.
Because she's crazy.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Allegedly, in my opinion, non-defamation statement.
Oh, never mind. Okay, I'll read this one. How to touch a woman's boob. So the line I came up with is, quote, I don't mean to be rude and I certainly don't want to be creepy, but, and in parentheses, I gesture by bringing my hands up and cupping them around the breast area are amazing. Then, after she blushes and says thanks, follow up with, quote, I don't mean to be out of line, but would it be okay if I could have a feel? So what do you think? What do I need to tweak to make it work?
The nipples.
Yes. Definitely turn on the headlights.
What a
you gotta tune in Tokyo. That's what you gotta be doing.
Just think about this guy sitting around coming up with this entire fucking scenario in his head. Like, how can I touch boobs without being creepy and without being rude? I know.
It's called The Long Game.
Mad is the YouTuber's YouTuber, and his new channel is required viewing for all. So yes, she probably will be catching it on the replay.
All right, here we go. I'll read this one too. Fucking. Would you enjoy cuddling me? Be aware, I may only be in my underwear while we cuddle. Also, I'm glad you are cuddly. Definitely would cuddle you. Sorry to be so blunt, babe. Just texted what I felt. Well, sorry, babe, if I offended you. Did you fall asleep on me, babe? Just saying I'd be down to cuddle you. Can I come cuddle you, cutie?
The next part of this text message is, Mom, why aren't you answering?
Unrequited text messaging.
Anyway,
Mom, aren't you stuck in the dryer?
That was a 40-minute one-sided conversation.
Oh, easily. Anyway,
so that whole bit that was going to be all of us taking turns reading things became Mad reading things.
I think I just felt called out and put on the spot. I feel like I have risen to the occasion already and will continue to do so.
This is something I came up. I came up with this within the past hour or so.
Oh.
But I plan on having more available. next week so that we can read them.
So that means we know what Mad has been doing for the last hour, just going down rabbit holes of Am I the Asshole and other Reddit streams?
No, I've done other things.
Threads?
Anyway, time for mailbag.
I mean, I know something he did earlier today.
Here comes some jiggle.
Shit.
Yes, I do, because you texted me about it.
Although the mailbag's lit tonight, voices from the void out of sight. We'll reply to your DMs and your calls. Let's see what's up in these digital halls. As the night plays, the groove still here. Your voices linger crystal clear. So keep sliding, keep dialing through. This is our mailbag groove where dreams come true.
All right. And if you out there listening, either on the replay or live, would like to send questions, comments, ask advice from us, complaints, you can email those at madchismo@gmail.com, or you can call and leave a voicemail. That would be a audible version of your complaints.
And preferable?
Well, I mean, I'll take anything, honestly. Whatever you send, I'm going to read. I'm going to play. But to leave a voicemail,
You're
you call.
You're going to make me test that, aren't you?
Yep. Yes, Imp, please test me. 726-610-5357. 726-610-5357. And don't forget to add it to your Fave 5 on your T-Mobile device. Anyway.
Don't need to. Got rollover minutes.
Only after 9 p.m.
What was the orange one? It was like a cheap
Singular.
That's it.
Yeah.
Singular beat was AT&T.
You guys have Cricket, or is that just a South
Isn't
thing?
Cricket the new? Cricket's the new AT&T thing, isn't it?
Well, it was AT&T.
No.
Then they
Or they Sprint.
Well, they're all owned by one of the bigger ones. Boost is Sprint.
Oh yeah.
And I think they also
And Sprint is owned by T-Mobile.
T-Mobile, and I think T-Mobile also bought Mint Mobile.
I'm sorry, Chad. I did not know
Which was Ryan Reynolds.
I did not know my little quick comment about Cricket and Singular would have devolved into a whole conversation about.
And no, man, I don't think that's only a Southern thing, because we have commercials for Cricket up here.
Oh, cool.
I actually managed a Singular store during the switch over to AT&T.
Did you have to change shirts at midnight or some shit?
Yep. No more orange shirts. Took down all the orange decorations.
All right. Well, let's see who our first voicemail is from.
Hey guys, it's me. It's Sam.
Hey Sam.
Just giving you an update. Well, couldn't get rid of the kids.
Oh no.
They couldn't fit into the slot at the fire department house, the firehouse. So I couldn't drop them off there. But good news is I got a contract with a local traveling circus. That doesn't make a lot of sense now, does it? It's traveling, but it's local.
Traveling circle.
Yeah. I love when I hear people figure out something because they're saying it out loud for the first time. Like, huh, this is different than when I saw it in print.
Ah, fuck. Let's read over that contract. Anyway, they said, man, we would love to have a Manitar. Nailed it.
He did.
A Manitar in our show. We could sell tickets. We could do like a popcorn bucket where the popcorn comes out your kid's ass. I'm like, hey, not my kid.
Hold on, wait, what?
Like the popcorn bucket, like all the movies do now. But they would have one for his Manitar stepson.
But if it's a
What
Go on.
movie popcorn bucket has popcorn coming out of an ass?
the
Well, that's what
Morning
would make
Glory
it
Farm
unique.
one.
It would.
Is this traveling circus a live version of that?
A
Morning
mobile
Glory
milking
book?
station?
Yeah.
What I mean?
Is it?
I got him in a divorce. Anyway, so yeah, we're supposed to start traveling with him next week, but it's local and it's traveling. I'm gonna have to look into this. Anyway, so I guess my question is, what should our app be in the circus? Like, should I what kind of tricks should I teach the kid? Well, I don't want to call it a kid because that makes it sound like we're doing something wrong by having him in the circus and making swag from his image and shit, and he ain't getting no money. So I'm not gonna call him kid. What kind of tricks should I teach this non-human entity?
Nice cover.
That's what I like to know. Anyway, this is Sam. Talk to y'all next week.
Well, thanks, Sam, for that update. And I would say probably one of the first tricks that you're gonna have to teach it is to pull a string of popcorn out of his butt to go with a popcorn bucket. Because you want to, when you do merch, right, you want it to be a part of your overall show so that it relates. You know what I mean? That's why when, like, in superhero movies, like, I got to change to my 15th new outfit for this fight so they can sell another toy.
That goes back to the Batman 1989 movie. Because they started selling all those toys with the variations of Batman, like, it's Arctic armor Batman, it's this Batman, it's that Batman. Yeah. And they're like, holy crap, we can sell all these different, all we just got to do is repaint the same toy, and these kids will buy 8 of them. And
have, like, one new accessory.
Quick, so somebody give C-3PO a red arm.
So by that second one, Batman Returns, we're like, all right, we're going to have his regular armor. We're going to have him in his winter penguin fighting
extra
armor.
Butter?
Yeah.
What happened?
Penguin fighting armor. Oh, wait, you're not talking about me. Sorry. Yeah.
Anyway.
Do you feel bad that the most prominent live-action penguin has been played by Danny DeVito?
Oh, come on. Colin Farrell.
I'd rather have Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito is probably more penguin than
more iconic, and Colin Farrell also played Bullseye in that one movie.
Did a great job as Bullseye. Underrated.
Yeah, maybe, but it wasn't until in Bruges where I even remotely thought he was.
That's a great movie. You move up a spot.
You didn't like the one where he was recruited by Al Pacino to be in the CIA?
The Recruit. That's a good one too. Phone booth.
And we're leaving off SWAT, which is great.
I love SWAT.
Get down, SWAT.
If I wasn't here, you would be moved up. Anyway, so let's listen to the other voicemail. Don't forget, guys, if you want to leave a voicemail, call 726-610-5357. See who this is from.
What up, guys? It's me. It's Steve.
Hey, Steve.
Steve.
By the way, we got to start saying hi to these people when they say who they are.
I'm not saying hello to Steve. He's going to end up hunting down and skinning Imp.
You think that?
He's going to wear Imp.
He's going to wear Imp's face.
Oh, guys, it's really me. It's really Imp. No, it's not Steve wearing a Imp face.
He's like, watch me as I dance around like this is Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, you've heard of a GIMP suit, but have you heard of an Imp suit?
Let's go back to the voicemail.
Anyway, it's Steve again. He's back on the phone, leaving a voicemail for his best friend. And Imp. He's really, really cool. Everybody likes Imp. He's so awesome. He never talks over anybody. He doesn't have to be the center of attention. Blah 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 blah. Anyway,
he's trying, Imp. You can see that, right? Like he's trying to make an effort.
He has a crush on Imp. He's talking about all the positive things about Imp.
I think he just doesn't want Imp to think that he's coming to wear his skin.
Yeah, well, like I said, he can try. I need some fertilizer for the backyard.
I don't think this is the guy for. You know what I mean? You're gonna be sitting up in your big ass, cliffside house with all your Iron Man suits, and you're all running your mouth on the news, and then it gets blown up. And you're like, how did it get blown up, bitch? Because you told everybody where you live.
Steve is gonna wait till you're really focused on making that Gunpla, where you're just putting that model together with that really big magnifying glass on an arm with the little tweezers.
Wow, you have no idea how Gunpla works, do you?
Fuck no.
I know you don't.
I
sure as hell don't.
They're usually snapped together plastic, I know.
Yeah, they are that.
Wait, they're gonna snap? Oh my god.
Yeah, there's no
we don't have
glue
time
involved.
for that.
I was trying to paint an entertaining picture, Imp.
And blah 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 blah. Anyway, so I'm in Louisiana. Oh boy, are these people gross. Well,
Just think if they had the hippos.
Right?
They're all swamp people. They're like, oh, down here in the bayou, you got the gators. Like, what the fuck does that even mean? My God, the South is so gross.
Yeah, I wish I didn't know someone else who did these exact accents and these exact tones.
Hey, man.
I love how he loses the lisp when he goes Cajun.
I mean, have you ever heard a Cajun person with a limp?
Well, isn't it like an English person when they sing, they don't have their accent?
Oh, it's tough
Except
to have
for
it
Oasis.
when they do sing with a lisp and an accent. I don't know personally, but I hear tell that it's difficult to try to add those things into a song you're singing.
They're like, oh, down here in the bayou, you got the gators.
Note to Mad, stop saying anyway on these
like, what the
voicemails.
fuck does that even mean? My God, the South is so gross. It's sticky. There's gators. That's how you say it down here. Gators. There's a gator.
That is true.
There's a gator. I don't know what that was. Anyway,
On the bayou?
yeah. So I'm in Louisiana. I'm gonna go gamble on the boats. That's what they call them in the three-pole. Anyway, so
he's gonna go steal somebody else's quarters.
I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna go gamble. I mean, steal everybody's money.
Well, it seems like he spent a lot of money on the tours of the bayou in Gators.
Fur coat.
Do you think he went on tour with Lana Del Rey's husband?
I hope so. I think they would get along. They're like, Steve were like, hey, you know this imp guy? And Lana Del Rey's husband be like, yes, I hate that guy.
Did you say Lana?
Yeah, Lana Del Rey. Is it Lana?
Yeah.
It is.
That's not how it's spelled.
Three-pole. Anyway, so while I'm on the fur coast, may drop by Houston. See if anybody, I don't know, can help me locate a certain aquatic, slash icy, fur punk. I'm gonna go see if anybody's seen a fucking penguin waddling around in Houston just to hang out. So Punk, hit me up.
Punk, are you excited?
I feel called out, and I hope.
No. The term is creeped out, not called out.
What? Weren't you just complaining that he never talks about you?
I don't think I complained that he didn't talk about me.
I feel like last episode you were like, "Whoa, why doesn't he ever talk about me?"
That's weirdly suspicious that's the first thing that comes to your mind when I say this.
Well, let's see. Like on Twitter, or slide in my DMs, and we'll hang out. We'll have lunch or something, and we'll talk about like contingencies if like you can't be on the show one time.
So what I've noticed is everything seems pretty normal with Steve.
Yeah.
But there's a turn.
Yeah. There's
because he's like, hey, we'll meet up for lunch. We'll have a good time, and then he's like, and we'll talk about what happens if you can't show if you can't be on the show.
So if you guys,
it's like when you pick up culture from an airport.
If I'm not here next week, then you'll know something happened.
And you're like,
then we will know you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
I'll let Matt down. If I'm not on the show, I'm punk waddle. Blah 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 blah. Penguin. And then I could be like, hey, I'll say.
By the way, his impression of you is pretty dead on with the penguin.
Yeah.
Waddle.
I say penguin all the time.
Well, yeah, but it sounds different in your native tongue.
In for you. We can talk about this over dinner. I'll pay.
Wait, lunch and dinner?
Robbing people. Hey, I'll step in for you. We can talk about this over dinner.
Mm-hmm.
You really only have to get worried when he mentions breakfast the next day.
Yeah, I feel like there's a basement involved now. Even though we don't have basements in Houston or Louisiana because they would flood.
Yep.
But
put them in storm cellar.
I have the money. I've been robbing people. Anyway, well, this is Steve. I can't wait to see Punk. Bye, guys. You better be there, Punk.
Oh boy. Well,
cool.
Sounds like somebody has a dinner date. Cool.
I mean, lunch would be one thing, but lunch and dinner sounds like a long day.
If I had to guess at Steve's sexuality, I would guess, whatever.
Two spirits. That'd be my guess.
Anyway, okay. Well, again, if you want to leave a voicemail, you don't have to be crazy to do it. I know it sounds as though that's the only voicemails that we play, but if you just want to be a normal person on a voicemail and ask a question, give us some recommendations for what stories we should rip your rep game up. Probably. I can't click on it. I'll send it to me on my DM.
I personally believe that Steve may be an avian sexual based on that last message.
I doubt he even thinks birds are real. He probably fell into that conspiracy theory, remember?
Then why would he be going to see Punkwaddle?
Well, when people say birds aren't real, I don't think they're thinking of flightless fucking Antarctica, half seal things.
Say the word.
I was trying to think of a different name.
We penguins are a different breed altogether of birds. So I'll take that as respect.
I mean, Steve looks at Punkwaddle and just thinks, if an egg can fit up there, why can't I?
I mean, I think he looks at everyone like that.
It's possibly
true. He looks at Imp that way.
I mean,
man, he wants to scramble those eggs.
If everybody's
backyard needs fertilizer, so
to grow eggs, we can move on. We don't have to highlight what's happening there.
I feel bad because I just talked over Imp, and that's probably the last thing he'll say for the next hour.
Wow.
You got to feel bad when you get called out by Punkwaddle.
Yeah.
No, I mean, he's a bird. What do I care?
I'm imagining it.
He's a seal's fucking lunch.
Also true.
I mean, it could be breakfast or dinner.
Is Steve a seal?
Oh my god, that would be an awesome twist.
Not the Navy kind. Not the Navy kind, that's for damn sure.
Anyway, we don't know his history. So if you want to call, leave a regular voicemail, or I don't know, if you have some crazy in you that you want to let loose, call 726-610-5357. 726-610-5357. Or you can email your questions, comments, and or complaints to madchismo@gmail.com. And there we have it. Under 30 minutes. We fucking nailed it. Let's get this thing rolling.
All right. We ready to talk about the Bowery boys?
You can't fly in,
sure,
boy.
Is Grant actually here, or are we just gonna?
He's around.
He's probably having to do something with the kid.
All right, so we're gonna begin our story in the around 1840 with the Bowery boys being at that time an anti-Catholic lower Manhattan gang who often fought with the Irish 5 Points gangs, with rivalries, fights breaking out in the 1840s, 50s, and 60s. What's allowed the Bowery boys to stand out from other gangs was because they decided to dress effectively in a uniform, wearing red shirts, black trousers, shoved inside calfskin boots.
Nice.
They slicked back their hair and then proceeded to wear black stovepipe hats.
Can you give us the rundown of their outfit again?
All right.
Warriors, come out.
Well, that doesn't really fit the description. Doesn't.
They look fancy.
No, but they wore red shirts, black trousers. The trousers were stuffed into calfskin boots, so the boots were.
This may be that may be the wolf pack of the Bowery boys. We don't know.
Yeah. And they had black stovepipe hats. Very much more similar to what you would see in Gangs of New York with Daniel Day-Lewis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, is this is this like the real life version of that?
I mean, in some ways, yes.
The same place and the same time period.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily inspiration, but
okay. So, all right, Punk. Picture the Gangs of New York with 100% less bitchy Cameron Diaz slut, and then you have this story.
I hope there's still some excitement here.
That was what was the excitement for you in Gangs of New York?
Wait, was her horrible acting?
Was her Irish accent?
I'm kidding.
Did she have an Irish accent in that movie?
She
tried.
I forgot she was in that movie, so really it was that.
Man, that had to be a studio note, right? Like Martin Scorsese, he's like, I'm gonna have Leo and I'm gonna have Daniel Day-Lewis and all these other people. And they're like, yeah, but you got to get Cameron Diaz in. No, not gonna do it. Well, then we're not gonna make your next, fucking
the chick with the cum in her hair.
How'd you get the Frank above the bean?
It was a funny story about when they were casting the movie, Mad. Scorsese saw The Devil's Own, and he was like, I can't have Brad Pitt in here. His accent will make everyone else's seem so terrible that it wouldn't work. We can't have him in this movie. So let's cast Liam Neeson, because he'll be 100% less Irish sounding than Brad Pitt from The Devil's Own.
I've seen him in Irish movies, and I'm like, why is this Californian guy pretending to be? Because especially when he's around other people with Irish accents, it stands out even more how little he has one.
My name is Liam. That's why I get cast as Irishman.
Yeah, and everybody else is like Cloovers.
I have a special set of skills. It's not my accent.
You will kiss my blarney.
By the way, if you haven't seen Walk Among Tombstones, his noir detective movie, it's fantastic. It's such a good movie.
Wasn't that the one where he is playing? Was it the famous? It's like the franchise for detective. Philip Marlowe, I know he brought Marlowe back as a character.
No,
then that's a different movie.
That's a television series that does not star Liam Neeson.
There is one with Liam Neeson.
It's Clive Owen.
There is one with Liam Neeson. It's recent, very recent.
Why argue when you have a fucking encyclopedia at your fingertips?
Why don't you look it up instead of yelling at us not to argue about it and look it up?
Why don't we all just agree that everyone should just go watch The Grey instead?
And a Walk Among Tombstones. Wait, what? What the fuck? Who the fuck was that?
Punk.
What?
Punk, you don't like The Grey?
I never said I didn't like The Grey.
I think it was
must
Brahma.
have been Grant then.
No, I think it was Brahma.
All right, chat, let me know who it was so they can be punished.
It was Brahma.
No, I just haven't thought about The Grey in a long time.
It's such a great movie.
Yeah.
The way Chad is pressing so hard, I think it's him.
No, I'm a firm advocate for people going to see The Grey. I'm really upset that it didn't make money because it was a fantastic movie.
There could have been a sequel.
Yeah, the sequel would start with him just dragging all the dead wolves. I did this. I killed them all. All right.
But did y'all know when you first saw that there was an after credit scene?
Josh, you're a little bitch.
Well, at least now we know.
Freaking snitch.
Brahma's like, snitches get shifts at the milking farm.
That's a terrifying prospect. Thanks.
Damn it, what was this? Oh, did y'all know that there was an after credit scene when you first saw The Grey?
No, I did not.
Wait, do y'all okay, so there's an after credit scene where he's laying presumably dead on the wolf, and then the wolf takes one deep breath, and then it cuts to black. I will say the marketing is probably what did it in, because everybody's like, yes, this can be taken with wolves, but that's not the movie at all.
No, it's a more intense kind of psychological thriller.
Yeah.
They've tried a lot of survival horror thriller type movies, and they rarely get people watching them. Except for Shredda, who will decide to eat Mad within 3 minutes of anything bad happening where they're in a survival setting.
Yeah, true.
Never go to an escape room with her, Mad.
Well, that's after he kneecaps her to get ahead.
That's if there's zombies, yep. Or a bear, or a weird-looking dude.
Or Steve.
It's 5 minutes into the apocalyptic event. Shredda finishes the cracker packet she had, and then she looks over at Mad, and you're like, well, you know, it's that time, Mad. So unlike other gangs, the Bowery Boys were actually employed with jobs such as printers, mechanics, bar bouncers, butchers, and the like. Most gangs of the time didn't have jobs, with their main source of income being criminal activities from being gang members. And so the Bowery Boys reversed it, where they were actually employed as full-time workers somewhere, and they were part-time gang members.
Nice.
Which is why they could afford to have fancy
It's like
clothes
all of
and a
us doing our
uniform.
jobs during the day and then getting together and hanging out all evening.
Yeah,
Yes, like all of us.
A modern example of this would be the Patriot Front, where when they get out of their FBI shifts, decide to go and
they get into their
wear their
Patriot Front.
uniforms.
FBI
You think they get time and a half?
uniforms.
I bet they get hazard pay too, don't they?
I don't know. They get little
Only if
shields they bring them in
they,
the U-Hauls.
Only if they fake fight Antifa.
All right. So when they weren't working, the Bowery Boys tended to hang out in saloons, and from there they would start fights and rob people as you know their part-time gig.
Hold on, the Bowery Boys did this?
Yeah.
Wow.
Their biggest enemy at the time, as
the Dead Rabbits.
Well, yes, as seen in the Gangs of New York, was the Dead Rabbits gang.
Oh.
The Irish gang, which remember the Bowery Boys formed expressly to be an anti-Catholic and Irish.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the name of Daniel Day-Lewis's gang or whatever? Was it the Natives?
The Natives.
Mm.
Yeah, and he was Bill the Butcher of the Natives. I
We
don't
may
know.
cover him.
I guess Martin Scorsese wanted a little more freedom to not call them the Bowery Boys, but yeah, that's who they were. The Bowery Boys also, because they were very civic-minded, were volunteer firemen. They aligned politically with the Know Nothing Party, later known as the Democratic Party.
Real quick, I don't know how much they get in. This gets into the firefighting thing, but we got to do a history of firefighters because that shit was bananas. Like in the movie, they would have gangs that work for their fire department to fight off other fire departments, and they would they would put barrels over the fire hydrant and shit, and then the insurance companies, they would have people that would run into your burning house to rob you before other people rob you, so that you can get your stuff back. That was a job for someone to rob you before the actual robbers, because when the fire bell on the engine would be going off, everybody would be like, oh, free shit, let's roll. And they would all run. Firefighters are some of the worst fucking people imaginable. And it from the
Says
beginning.
the ex-police officer who has no
From the
rivalry
beginning.
with them. I'm sure the firefighters have wonderful things to say about police officers and their
Who
habits.
gives a fuck?
Here I am disappointed.
Fiery but mostly peaceful looting.
And here I am disappointed, thinking Mad was going to go off on an anti-Irish, tirade.
No, those are my people. Why would I do that?
What are you-
It's not like he's trying to lose ground.
You know that Matt is a fan of potatoes.
Potatoes.
I mean, we've done how many episodes of
Matt
MADePAP?
finally did an accent correct.
I've always been able to do an Irish accent. It's genetics.
Then why couldn't you do it when we were doing all the stories about Irish?
I'm pretty sure I nailed it every time. In fact, I'm pretty sure that we have a whole bunch of emails like, "Oh, Matt's Irish accent was so great, way better than other people."
You mean all the times you drifted right into your Blood Diamond, Leonardo DiCaprio?
That's not that big of a leap.
You're right. Leonardo DiCaprio did have a terrible accent. In
No,
Blood
it was so accurate. People thought it was bad. That was the problem. That's a real thing.
I have never heard of someone's accent being so accurate in a movie that people thought
They thought it was
bad.
fake. Yeah, happens all the time. Because like if you think about it, when people do an impersonation of like Donald Trump or of George W. Bush, right, is a great example. People aren't doing an impression of George W. They're doing an impression of Will Ferrell being George W. right?
Nuclear
strategery.
Yeah. So when you hear accents that are being done by people that don't have that accent, then you get used to that's how it sounds, and then when you meet somebody really from there, you're like, you're not really from there. That's a fake accent. It's all real.
Feels like
that shit fucking made sense. I didn't know it was
impersonations and accents.
You're right, and I've come around to your point, because clearly John Malkovich in Rounders must be the greatest Russian accent that's ever been.
Hey, that man, his money.
Check,
all night long.
Waddle, waddle, waddle. Penguin, penguin, penguin. Have no accent.
He beat me.
You like it? You like it?
Straight up.
No chaser.
All right, so they were volunteer firemen. They aligned with the Know Nothing Party.
Real quick. Leonardo DiCaprio's Rhodesian accent in Blood Diamond was widely praised as very good, though some people debate its accuracy. Many sources state that native speakers and critics found it authentic, and it frequently cited as a successful example of a difficult accent being well portrayed.
Many sources include Mad's new channel, and Mad Barber Entertainment.
Well, he was doing a Zimbabwe accent, or Rhodesian.
I don't know what you're talking about, Mad. I do a good accent. Some orange people say I do the best accent. No. Oh.
Maybe we should drop accents altogether now.
Well, yeah, let's just
you're
talk
never
like
gonna be able to drop accents.
Just talk like the guy from Field of Dreams, Kevin Costner. Like you just walked out of Ohio. Whether you're in Waterworld or you're in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Yeah, you just talk the same way. Worked for John Wayne.
Yeah, until they made him freaking Genghis Khan.
Kevin Costner is extremely versatile, just like Christopher Walken.
I don't trust Kevin Costner.
Josh, you just want everybody to hate you. You're like, move Chad down. Brahma was the one that said it.
Yeah.
Hey, Alex.
Are you a narc? I mean, that's worse than a snitch.
Like SpongeBob said, snitches get stitches. That song fucking goes hard, though, that SpongeBob song.
So Sherry's saying, here's a squeaking mouse.
Yeah, I heard it too. What I thought it was somebody had styrofoam and they were trying to put a Gundam, let's say, action figure back into it.
Gunpla isn't an action figure, but I appreciate.
Doll,
I think you're
sorry,
right.
the Gundam doll back into the styrofoam.
Hey, Mad, I'm gonna make sure to shoot you later when we're gaming with a rocket launcher.
Don't you be cramping my Gundam style with your styrofoam.
So, like the Bowery Boys, most other gangs of the time, the Dead Rabbits, Roach Guards, Pug Uglies, etc., were also members of firehouses, and that leads to what Mad was saying, when a fight would break out between the gangs at fires, the Bowery Boys, because this always sent their biggest man to control a fire hydrant.
What do y'all call it?
Styrofoam.
Oh, am I forgetting the foam part and just saying foam? Look, yeah, man, if we're just going to be, Matt said a word, this is going to be a 5-hour fucking stream.
New foam, who dis? All right. So the Bowery Boys would send their, I mean, that's the name of the gangs. Do you have any background on how the gangs got their names, Matt?
Did you just say Pug Ugly?
Pug Uglies was one of the gangs.
Man, I want to sign up for that gang. What was their uniform?
I guessing a wet nose and a wagging tail?
I would imagine being ugly. It's like...
Probably short.
Difficulty breathing.
Yeah, kind of like what we're hearing right now from somebody that has styrofoam stuck in their nose.
All right, so the largest Bowery boy would grab an empty barrel, run to the fire, plug the near building that was on fire, put the barrel over the fire hydrant, and then fight off everyone from the other fighters that would show up to try to take the barrel off. The Bowery boys wanted to be the ones putting out the fire and didn't want anyone else to do it. So, needless to say, putting a barrel over a fire plug and fighting people off took great fighting skill. So, he was clearly very qualified than when the Bowery boys would send over. But in addition to firefighting, the Bowery boys took their work seriously, including political work. They would also fight people for politicians.
Shocker!
Wait. Is this? Yeah. It sounds like modern times. What?
When they're nearsighted?
Sherry, if your gynecologist has gotten a wet nose, that's assault.
But hold on. Don't you have there has to be a complaint first, right?
I didn't say who committed the assault.
Matt's like, I've hold on, I want to make sure because I was told this was perfectly legal.
What? No, you can't sniff them on them. Like, you can't just go up to them, right? And do that. Unless you're famous, I guess. Solus asked,
you can grab them.
Yeah. But you sure shit can't rub your nose on them. Damn. SpongeBob. Oh, by the way, yeah, this is the link to SpongeBob rapping about snitches and shit. So there you go.
Save that for later.
Yeah. So politicians would hire the Bowery boys to go to voting places and intimidate the voters there to keep them from casting ballots.
And now they have rules on that too.
Only the right people can do it in Philadelphia.
Oh, good to know.
So, they were also known as repeaters. That would be men who would have the privilege of voting over and over and over again.
Early and often.
Yep.
Well, you did say they became the Democrats.
They were aligned with the Democratic Party, yeah.
They were aligned with the Know Nothing Party, right?
Which evolved into the modern
became the Democrats.
And so they would, from helping out these politicians, they would reap rewards in terms of cash payments and political influence.
See, we want everybody to have to wear straw hats in the summertime, except for us.
We're
going to need 60 of your guys to be repeaters and at least repeat 50 times. That ensures my win, and that's how you'll get paid.
They don't do math, bro.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I lost the thread pretty early on in there. So do I get to wear my hat?
If you want
these guys all have jobs.
Brahma, if you need me to track that math, you need to put Scott Steiner out here.
His math tracks. His math works.
That's the real problem they should have had Will Hunting figuring out. So
Big Papa Pump knows his percentages.
Big booty daddy. Holla if you hear me.
On July 4th, 1857, the Dead Rabbits led a group of street gangs from the 5 Points to the Bowery to attack a clubhouse of the Bowery Boys and another affiliated
They had clubhouses too? Did they have a sign outside? No girls allowed.
Yeah, there's no reference to any girls in these gangs. Now, I know Martin Scorsese put a couple girls in the gangs in the movie, but I think that was
studio notes.
Yeah. So the two gangs met in the street outside of the clubhouse, and the Dead Rabbits were driven back and forced to retreat, but the fighting didn't stop. A few cops showed up to stop the mayhem, but mostly the cops did nothing. Like today in New York.
Yeah.
The police inactivity led to an escalation of the battle. The fighting continued for 3 days with iron bars, paving blocks, brickbats, axes, pitchforks, and pistols. The number involved was said to be somewhere between 800 and 1,000 gang members.
What the fuck?
Holy
Imagine
crap.
1,000 gang members fighting for 3 days like it's fucking Hunger Games.
Okay, so since they had real jobs, do you think they took shift work? Be like, I gotta go home and eat. I gotta go to the office for a minute. All right, you guys up? Okay, your third shift. All right,
every 6 hours. 6 hours in the gang war, 6 hours to sleep, 6 hours at work, and 2 leisure.
You think they were ever like buggy, and they had to stop the fight to let the buggies through instead of cars, like when they're playing hockey on the street. Anyway, so what I was gonna say,
game on.
Do you think like they put in their notice, like their request for leave for the 3-day gang fight?
You're calling in sick.
You know, maybe that's why the firefighters were the first to invent like that 3 days on, 4 days off system.
Right, the sleeping at the bunkhouse.
It was to be able to facilitate rotation into gang fights.
Girls in a gang are referred to as whores. That's good.
All right, so
hey Tina.
As it escalated, a larger police force then showed up and arrested some, but the gangs put up barricades to keep the cops out of their fight.
Imagine you're in a gang fight with your bitter rival, and you're like, "Hold on, guys, we got to call a timeout to build some barricades, or they're gonna make us break up our gang fights."
Well,
fuck them telling us
back when Democrats believed in walls.
Mad, they actually put the call to truce, stop fighting, so that they could all work together to put up the barricades to keep the cops out. It was like,
I don't know.
You were right. It was like game off for a second. Guys, we've got to put this on.
Well, think about it though. If you have 1,000 people, they're like, all right, I need a couple hundred from each side. Y'all go build the barricades, keep the cops out because they're worse, and the rest of us will keep fighting over here. Okay, could you guys move? We need to put a barricade here. Okay.
These fucking cops coming in here trying to tell us who and when we can fight and get to the death in our gangs. Like, how dare they? I thought this was America, not my America.
So after this, the police resorted to trying to call up a political boss who had influence over all of the gangs. But he was quickly driven away so they could continue fighting.
Real quick, if your all-female gang can be busted up because of a couple of wine coolers and in a Friday night without kids, that's not a gang. You know what I mean? Like,
it's a bad mom's club.
God, bad mom's Christmas.
So finally, the military was called in. They came in.
It's weird how some of this sounds familiar. Like
scattered and retreated. Yeah, it's almost like there's a precedent for the U.S. military
use in
to handle extreme gang violence.
Wait, where did fucking Grant go?
I feel like history just repeats itself. You know.
Well, it rhymes.
It's cyclical. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
What really killed the gang fighting was when they were purchased by Disney and they got turned into a girls' brand. No, I'm kidding. That was.
I think he's editorializing again.
I am. Well, Mad made the George Lucas quote.
Mad doesn't pay you to editorialize. That's what the rest of us are here for. You're here to read, bitch.
Wow.
God damn.
You know that was because he was mad because he got called out for doing the shit with the gray.
I feel like a lot of that was that smoke was still for Josh Hammond.
Jesus, bro.
I don't even want to know how long that secret enemies list Brahma has with all the little slights he's got. Everybody on the comics division shows better watch out. He's like, I'm taking notes on who said what when. I've got timestamps. All right.
It sounds like a certain somebody that is also known to have that kind of dirt.
That's true. And like that certain somebody, they enjoyed fighting for no good reason. So over this fight lasted 3 days with 8 gang members killed. I would have thought it was more, but then apparently only 8 were reported as dead.
So that's
really
all over 100. 1 in 100, 100th casualty rate. That's not bad.
Well, hold on, because
it's pathetic KDR.
What? Yeah.
I know they just pummeled them until he's bleeding enough, but he's still breathing. Carry him out.
Okay. I wanted to try to see what they were fighting because didn't they have a list of weapons, right? It was.
Yeah, they had pickaxes. Let me go back to where
Oh, I
I
got
got
it.
it.
Iron bars, paving blocks, brick bats. A brick bat. Who would use a brick bat for baseball? Axes, pitchforks, and pistols. And how many were killed?
8.
Man, that math ain't mathing.
Like I said, I think that's the officially reported number.
Oh, yeah.
Much like many blue cities today, they wanted to keep those numbers down.
True.
It was a peaceful protest.
And also how many probably died at home from their wounds.
And
The
also,
Republican
there
president had decided to send in the military to quell it, but the mayor of New York was like, it wasn't that bad. We only had 8 deaths. That wasn't
So
enough
what
to
you're saying
justify
is
sending in the troops.
If the guy died a day later at home because of something unconsequential, it wasn't worth reporting in this instance because it wasn't to their favor.
Yeah, most of the deaths were typhoid. It's fine. It wasn't. Oh, the paving block to a skull. That was incidental.
But
Right.
maybe back then, gang fights were a little bit more respectful. You know what I mean?
And it depends if the government was giving you money for cause of death. They weren't trying to. Maybe they were trying to cook the books.
Okay,
right?
Punk, but new channel. We don't. I know it's not growing whatsoever, but that doesn't mean that we should just kill it.
Oh, I'm sorry. So I was trying to rise to the occasion. I'll try not to Icarus too close to the sun.
Punk, you shouldn't be talking about how this was the cause of autism.
Good Lord, Chad.
Don't drink the water. Or Tylenol water.
All right, so as was the custom of the time, the dead were carted away and buried under houses and buildings.
All 8 of them?
Now, which is funny because if there were only 8, it wouldn't be that big a deal. But apparently we have maybe more than that since they were being carted away.
So was this like the predecessor to Ghostbusters?
I don't think they had photon packs.
Fuck you, people.
You know, not everybody has to step up tonight, guys. I just needed one. But I do appreciate it, Imp. You can get moved up for participation.
Well, I don't appreciate being dead last. That's
well, then don't
fair.
fucking try to get my shit canceled.
Yeah, take Tylenol for headaches only.
Punk, God damn it.
Ivermectin.
You've always had my back, Brahma.
Fun thing about backaches, Tylenol is excellent for that. Did you just move me so you could move me again?
How about we move on with the story? Because we are barely into it.
All right. So, since they love fighting, the Bowery Boys also enjoy Bowery Boys.
They enjoyed fighting? Oh my God.
They also enjoyed boxing. So they were active participants in illegal underground boxing matches.
Shocker.
One fight, the Milford fight in 1867, occurred on February 1st, and it happened as a train pulled into New Haven, Connecticut, with a load of Bowery boys. They met up with boxer Billy Warburton and marched off towards the small town of Milford. Warburton was set to box Horatio Bolster, who was the local Connecticut fighter. The New York Tribune got wind of the fight and sent a reporter along to...
Wait, real quick, isn't that the plot of Bloodsport? Right?
I mean,
she gets a whiff of this underground secret fight, and so she's a reporter, and she goes to investigate. Okay,
I mean,
people need to watch Bloodsport more.
Patrick Bojan with Poor Mad needs to start the Mad's newer channel. All right, so the crowd set up a makeshift ring aside, right next to the banks of the Housatonic River. There, Yale students, gamblers, thieves, pickpockets, and other fighters all crowded around, along with the Bowery boys. The Bowery boys were taking all bets, and then they set about drinking and partying all night.
I kind of like these guys.
At around 9 in the morning, Warburton tossed his fur hat into the ring. Throwing your hat in the ring meant you were ready to challenge another gentleman to a fight. Well, I guess that's how we got that phrase.
Oh, yeah. Tossing your hat into the ring?
Yep. All right, so the hat sat in the ring for an hour, and the crowd was growing bigger and bigger, and everyone pushed against the ropes. It was around 10 a.m. Bolster arrived and threw his hat into the ring. Now the fight was on. Warburton was the taller and heavier fighter, and Bolster was also drunk at this point and could barely stand on his feet. So because of this,
10 a.m.
At least you won't feel anything?
The betting odds heavily favored the not as drunk Warburton. This fight occurred before the creation of the official boxing rules.
Notice, not sober, the not as drunk.
True. Oh, this is before Cranberry rules, right?
Marcus of Queensberry.
Yeah. Also known as Cranberry.
Marquis of Queensberry.
Marquis.
They don't say it that way in the context of boxing rules. They always say Marquis of Queensberry for boxing.
Well, they're a bunch of uneducated heathens.
Oh, okay. You tell the Bowery boys that. I'm sure it would go over.
Sure, I'll just resurrect them and talk to their corpses.
I feel like they're due for a comeback.
They did. They were known as the Proud Boys.
Oh, wow.
Gavin McInnes is a Bowery boy?
I mean, he's a fancy lad who liked
he would be passed around by the Bowery boys, but I don't know if they would.
Didn't the Proud Boys have like a dress code too? They wanted to.
Oh yeah, and you had to name cereals while you get punched in the arm to join or some shit. I'm pretty sure that's a real thing.
It really
and
was.
And sometimes you whip out a really small dick on a YouTube channel
real?
and start pissing.
You think that was really his?
I think so.
Brahma's no expert on large ones, but on small ones, he knows.
You know, I like a good dick joke, but
are you just mad because you might be the with the bro over that might be where the experience is coming from? So
Punk, tell us about your new icon here. What's up with that?
I need to, be part of the working class, red shirts.
I was just getting Chad to stop talking. We can go on with the story now.
Okay. All right. So, so they weren't fighting under modern boxing rules or under the soon-to-be adopted Marquis of Queensberry boxing rules. Instead, they were going on 1 minute rest between rounds, a 10-second count, gloves and no shoes with spikes allowed. That would be normal, though. But for this fight, the Bowery boys didn't follow any of those rules. Instead, the rules in this fight included bare knuckles, shoe spikes being allowed, headbutting, eye gouging, anything you wanted to do, low blows, whatever. The fight would go on for as many rounds as it would take for both men to be still standing, so it wouldn't be stopped until one was actually counted out. The only thing you couldn't do was hit the man while he was down on the ground.
Well, I'm glad that they had some sense of a line.
Well, if they didn't hit him while they were down, I guess that's why only 8 died, right? In the big fight.
Yeah. So Bolster adopted what was considered a very odd boxing strategy. He would let Warburton hit him 2 to 3 times, then flop on the ground and smile. This would go on for about 5 rounds. Finally,
it's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how that plays.
I don't know why, but when you said that and I heard that, I immediately thought of those fucking pedestrians and they're walking, and how showboaty they would get while they would walk. Fucking walking, I fucking hate them.
Okay. So
nobody remembers the fucking 2-hour goddamn stream we did about the people. Oh, I'm gonna walk, and people were gonna show up and watch me walk.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
yeah, I was
speed
there.
walkers.
No,
Yeah.
not they weren't
Walk
speed
racing?
walkers. It's called pedestrianisms.
It's that the way you pronounce that sounded a lot like autism. Yes.
Yeah, I remember. I'm gonna just keep walking in a circle.
Yep.
For 24 hours, and you're gonna pay me money for it.
Yeah.
It was an interesting MADePAP. One the audience is done with Tonight Show, and remember, audience, you can super tip Mad with that pinned link.
Give me that tip, baby. It's right there. I just put it in there.
If you want to make sure your commentary is heard. Treat Mad like someone who walked around in the 1800s. Send him money. So finally, we're back to the boxing match. Warburton couldn't take this bullshit anymore and snapped. And in the 6th round, when Bolster flopped again, Warburton couldn't take it and decided to continue punching him when he was on the ground, which resulted in his disqualification.
That's against the only rule.
Wait, but do you remember in the pedestrian bullshit, the one guy started like showboating during his match with another pedestrianism?
Yep.
And
it was like
people were
tortoise in the hair.
"Boo." Yeah, boo this guy because no respect for
They're
the
saying
game.
boo earns. So the crowd was livid. They had expected this match to go on at least 12 rounds where they could keep drinking as they were watching. And they wanted to see two men who were going to possibly murder each other in that time. So because of the dissatisfaction with the boxing match, the spectators started a massive brawl.
I figured it was going to be something reasonable and understanding. Like, yeah, that's how we react as adults.
Violence isn't the answer, but it's a damn good start.
You know, I was once told.
Nice. $5 tip from Bad Take Bojan. Make sure to give Mad just the tip. I feel like it can take more than a chip. Monetarily speaking.
We're not going to talk anything about what happened at the Bro Over and what Mad can handle. That's true. You know, that stays private.
Man, he sounds so jelly he wasn't there, doesn't he, Brahma?
Yeah. It's kind of sad.
I mean, if I was really trying to make the joke, I would point out you watching. Was it the cowboy movie with your bros and having awkward feelings?
Brokeback Mountain.
Brokeback Mountain.
Slender, get well soon.
All right, so the huge brawl proceeded.
Has anybody checked to see if he's just playing Silk Song?
Oh,
on
that
stream?
son of a bitch.
I don't know.
He hides unless we're actually all gaming and we force him to show up as online so we can invite him to whatever we're playing. So good luck guessing.
Yeah, but if he was playing Silk Song, he'd be doing a stream.
He wouldn't do it on a stream, though. That would be just too in your face.
I don't know. I mean, no, he wouldn't do it. He's probably actually not feeling good. So I would just send him well wishes.
It must be really bad because he can't even listen to the stream.
We should probably order him some Midol.
Or, I mean, I was going to go with Pedialyte, the popsicle things.
Tylenol, I heard, is good for fever.
I didn't know Pedialyte had popsicles.
Yeah, bro, like the ones that are like frozen, Avi. You know the ones I'm talking about, like they're in the plastic tube thing.
Yeah, like the ones when we were kids and when you not off.
Yeah, and nobody knows the name of them, but you know what they are.
Like Frosty something, yeah. Sometimes.
Nope.
I feel like they
I don't
also
think
have
it's
generic
Frosty.
names.
I guess if you were poor, buying them from the poor people store.
Or buy it from Sam's in bulk.
Like I said.
That's just being frugal.
Here you go.
Smart.
You made me pick up my phone to answer that shit. I'm trying to. I'm just glad that you're alive.
Oh, hi, Slender.
It's just a wellness check.
God damn, Josh, no. Hey, Clay. Anyway, let's get on with the story. We are scratching at the surface.
All right, so we've got the brawl now spilling out into the town of Milford.
Right, the boxing brawl.
Yep.
Milford.
So Milford was known as a home of shipbuilding, farming, and oystering, and it had a small but growing industrial area, but it also had a beach resort for residents of New Haven and Bridgeport. What it was not known for was rioting.
Until now.
So as the crowd brawl and moved into Milford, they proceeded to smash windows, destroyed fences, vandalized whatever was in front of them.
You guys, let's make a pact right now. Every year, we're going to come back to this small little town and reenact our fucking riot.
Yeah.
So
We'll
in
call
order
it the bro over.
In order to try to calm things down, someone came up with the idea of an impromptu boxing match.
Yes, more violence. Let's go. Let's go with
Arranged
this.
at the railroad.
Does anybody remember what started this off?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a boxing match. Let's do that again.
But we'll do it the right way.
Commemorate, right?
So they this impromptu match took place at the railroad tracks between two random men. The two random men were named Breeny and Arnold. When later on, when describing the match, someone said, quote, "They fought up and down the enclosed track in the most disgusting and beastly manner for a space of 20 minutes, chewing, biting, gouging each other without molestation or interference from the delighted crowd. Brainy had his upper lip and part of his nose eaten off, and his head was nearly kicked to pieces."
You know, like in boxing.
So Arthur obviously goes with the Mike Tyson school of boxing, huh?
Yep. When the reporter left the scene, Arnold, the other participant, was lying unconscious on the platform of the station while 3 county police stood at a distance of about 20 feet, whittling sticks and debating whether they should or should not arrest the reporter.
I was a cop at the wrong time. I would fit in so well.
Officer Matt, because that's your name, so that's what people call you. What were you doing during the fight? I was whittling.
What fight?
No, I was just whittling. You made one arrest. Yes, I arrested that bitchy reporter.
Where did I get this envelope full of fucking money?
I may have made some bets. They turned out well. Shut up.
Yeah.
Stop asking questions. No more questions.
Guess what? No Miranda rights.
Following this riot and brawl, Milford proceeded to actually create a professional police force so that somebody or a group of somebodies would be available to stop this from happening again in their quaint town.
It's amazing how nobody, like, you never know that you don't know what you don't know, and you didn't know you needed a police force in your town until a boxing match went bad and a riot started.
And they commemorated it every year.
Yeah, you're like, oh shit, you know what we need? And I've been thinking about this for a while. We need police.
Officer Mad O'Fanning.
Whoop, whoop.
All right, so in another incident revolving around a boxing match, the Bowery boys in 1869 had gathered to watch a boxing match in Mystic, Connecticut. This time there wasn't a riot, but instead, on the ride home, the Bowery boys seized control of the train and proceeded to rob all the other passengers on it.
As you do.
State law enforcement realized wherever they put cops to stop trouble, the New York City promoters would just switch locations of fights and do it somewhere else. It was like whack-a-mole, but they still kept watch just in vain. So
I mean, yeah,
it's like the early days
exactly
of
what
the
they would
UFC.
Do. Yeah,
where they had to wait until like right before the event to announce where it would be.
Yeah,
so
New
they
York
didn't
tried to
get
fuck them
banned.
over.
Yep.
Until Trump gave them Atlantic City.
Trump.
And now the White House.
This is like, yep. Come to my Atlantic City
by the way,
casino.
I appreciate how funny Trump is in his trolling of the left, but a UFC fight at the White House,
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yay, more subscribers because I like that idea. MAGA.
Matt is like, ew, he's going to have ring girls there.
Oh, gross. I didn't even think about that part. Wait, new channel. Like, yay,
he's not
going
to have ring girls there. It's going to be Tulsi Gabbard and Kristi Noem.
You old ones. Well, Kristi Noem's old. How old is Tulsi?
Who the fuck knows? Republican age, I would assume.
That's an age?
Yeah. Your dad.
Okay.
Got him.
In 1870, the police found out the Bowery boys were planning another boxing match in Connecticut, and that they were also planning to make their epic comeback to Milford.
Dude, I was bullshitting about them doing a 1 year anniversary.
This time, they were going to do the boxing match on Charles Island. They scheduled the fight for April 13th, 1870, between Edward Toohey of Brooklyn and James Kerrigan of New York City.
Oh, real quick. Rather than bikinis, I think they should be in blue dress with like a stain.
That'd be fitting. But why does Josh want to see Nancy?
Only if they wear a beret, right?
A raspberry beret?
I think hers was like navy blue.
It was the same color as the dress.
All right. The
Spotted?
fight. So the fight organizer was named Reddy Blacksmith. He was a Bowery boy who had been born in London. He got his nickname due to his red hair and because he was a blacksmith. So, really thoughtful name.
Really deep, guys. Deep cut.
You take him by the pussy.
Reddy used his blacksmith schools to make burglary tools.
To teach you that coochie. Sorry, go on.
And at this point, he had already become a criminal legend in New York and owned a combined grocery store and saloon on Broadway and Houston Street.
Nice.
Reddy controlled a lot of the criminal activity in New York's Bowery district by 1870. He also loved fighting and gambling and had killed 3 men, but got off every time with a self-defense verdict.
He probably would not have put up with Carrie Nation in his saloon.
No, I would like to see these two. Although he was a big bitch.
He went from
he had that syphilis brain, so.
Oh yeah, that'll really melt you.
Although I'm pretty sure 80% of the people in America had syphilis at this time.
Yeah.
Yep. Except for the Quakers, they did okay. Where were we at?
Until we introduced them to Tylenol.
God damn it.
It's okay. I heard they discovered ivermectin was an effective treatment for it.
That's already been used.
You've already used ivermectin?
No, that joke's already been said.
But it's so effective and so cheap.
Hey, Chad. Why don't we each do our own job? Yours is to read. Ours is to interrupt and comment.
I don't know, man.
I think we need to take a screenshot.
Maybe I should take some ivermectin.
I feel like we need to take a screenshot to show Slender what happens when he's gone.
He's fully aware.
He's probably giddy, even though he's feeling sick about how the placement's been doing. All right.
Well, I mean, to be fair, his replacement lasted 30 minutes, although he never said a word.
Imp talked this time.
True.
Yeah. Imp had to talk because the last person in is the one that stays silent.
So Reddy had arrived in New York in 1848 at 13 years old and had been arrested numerous times in his life after he joined the Bowery Boys at that young age. On election day, like a good Bowery boy, he was arrested with 15 property tax bills from different addresses, which were what you would provide as proof to be able to vote at different precincts. So he was clearly planning to vote at least 15 times. He was also caught after he robbed a man and fled to California instead of facing justice. His plan.
He left his grocery store and bar and went to
California.
His plan was to wait in California until his victim could be persuaded by the other Bowery boys to change the story of events. But when it was on the train,
how you deal with snitches.
But while on the train, he stopped to help a woman get back into her compartment after she had locked herself out. Train security watched how smoothly he was able to open the locked compartment and quickly concluded that he had to be a professional thief.
That doesn't seem like it's admissible in the court of law. Well, I saw him do it. He was very good at it. So obviously we're going to charge him with all these crimes.
Your Honor.
Circumstantial.
It's 1870. You know that only like 1 out of 75 people can read. And this MFer was just picking locks. He's clearly a criminal.
Wait, so you're saying that he read instructions on how to do it?
Yeah, clearly criminal. You're not spending your time.
You're out of order.
Objection. Relevance?
Sustained.
You're not the judge if
Hearsay.
you're making the objections.
Oh, wait, are we practicing for that game again?
Point of order.
Oh, yeah, we should. We're definitely going to play that game soon.
Mad is guilty as sock.
Guilty as dick. Can we go on? What are we doing?
Why are you obsessed with that tonight?
It's a crusty sock.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, no. Now I get it.
Is that where you get your Cool Ranch version?
Oh, gross.
Not yum. Not
don't
yum.
smell anything alike.
I don't want... No, I like ranch. I don't like smegma flavored.
God damn it, punk. You're going to speak it into existence. I'm not dealing with that again tonight.
Sherry's still in chat, right?
How do I ban words?
Haven't seen her for a while.
You know, I'm sorry. It's just slipped out.
Matt just has a problem with the word. I mean, he'd be fine if you'd call it dick cheese.
Oh.
Ugh. I'm not sure.
So again, the authorities witnessed him helping the lady into the train compartment and
spread it on your crackers. Sorry.
So they held him in confinement until they
you think you would?
arrived
Sorry,
back.
real quick. Sorry. If you're gonna spread your dick cheese, would you use wheat thins? Right?
I think you'd use a butter knife.
No, the cracker.
Oh.
Wheat thins? Are those still a thing?
They are,
they're
but
still a
They
thing.
are.
I mean, Ritz is always a go-to, or Toll House.
Yeah.
I'd probably
know.
go with a regular saltine.
I think I'd go with a wheat thin. Chat, let us know what you would spread your dick cheese on.
Actually, I know the perfect type of cracker for it. An oyster cracker.
I guess.
All right.
Yeah, it's like the green shit that they put on food that you're not supposed to eat or whatever. Same thing.
What about what about oversized goldfish?
Oh, an oversized goldfish?
Yeah, like the
So
jumbo
you're making a meal out of this dick cheese.
Yeah.
Dildo, the chef, is like, and now we need to just add a little color to the dish. We'll just
Why can't I be
some
more
pubes.
popular on YouTube? I can't figure out why.
So cheese.
Because you make the things that you think are fun?
No, hold on. First of all, let me correct you on that one. I make the things that I know are funny.
I don't think that's what it says on your profile.
It will now. How do I change my profile?
Like
customization or the. Are you still working on it?
Yeah, no. So go on. Bowery boys, they're in trouble.
Yeah, so they're holding red until they get back to New York City. But at when they get back, the robbery victim that they were counting on to understand what they were asking him to identify couldn't identify Reddy. Said it was a mistake and it had to be a different guy. So he got out of that one.
I wouldn't even know where to begin to be FNT because one, I don't watch. Two, all I know is everyone talks over everyone, but the British guy gets to talk the most sometimes.
Which one?
Pronouns.
Wait, pronouns or bronouns?
Pronouns.
Okay.
Get it. Anyway, I don't know. I've never watched FNT. I hear good things though.
Yeah, so the victim recanted, said it was a different guy, and Reddy was finally released.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess they're wanting evidence, whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah.
Well, now I guess he's ready for whatever comes next.
I think he was born ready.
I was born ready, motherfucker. Name the movie.
Sounds like Blade.
Trinity.
Yep.
All right, so Reddy then showed up in Connecticut to put on the Toohey Kerrigan fight, but that night, Connecticut Governor Marshall Jewell heard about the match. Jewell was a businessman who ran a tannery and made leather goods during the Civil War, and so now he was a rich war profiteer.
Nice. Those are the best kind.
Now he was running the state, and the people were disgusted by the boxing matches that were popping up without anyone being punished.
Just clutching those pearls.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, participating or organizing a fight at this time was punishable by 5 years in jail.
What are they even worried about? Okay, fine. One guy had his face chewed off. I get it. But it's America.
Well, it's also the age demographic that around this time that was starting to push the idea of prohibition. So they didn't have a lot of good ideas at all.
And they were bored.
Yeah.
Yeah, they fucking went and watched people goddamn walk in a circle.
Yeah, so maybe the Bowery boys had a better idea about what was entertainment. Yeah, so Jewell was now running the entire state, and since the people were disgusted with it, with the boxing matches that were popping up without anyone being punished, they changed it so that participating or organizing a fight at this time would be punishable by 5 years in jail.
Wait.
Anyone attending could get 2 years in jail.
So do you? I think what it probably had more to do with is because they weren't getting their cut, versus them being actually having some type of, being offended by
Genuine
boxing
moral.
in of itself. Yeah. I think it was mostly they're just trying to regulate these motherfuckers to where that they have to fight at certain places and the right people get the cut of the tickets and shit.
Now, guys,
So
if you would just form a union and pay dues and give us a few kickbacks, this would all be fine.
Let me introduce you to Don King. He's gonna make you rich.
We gotta get you to. It's like, let me introduce you to my friend Warren G and Nate Dogg over here, because we gotta regulate you and you gotta pay up. Oh, that was a '90s reference that should have gone better.
Yeah, it didn't pair well with the Don King. That one was fire.
I mean, every time I hear regulators, if I don't hear mount up, I just feel like it
is weird. Yeah,
it fell flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't just be a geek off the street though.
You gotta be handy with this.
You know what I mean? By the way, R.I.P. to D'Angelo, who single-handedly is responsible for tens of thousands of babies being born, because his song Untitled is one of the most baby-making songs ever.
The only thing that might have more impact on baby making is Tyreek Hill having a bye week.
True. Oh yeah, R.I.P.
Mad got that one.
The bye week is when he's back home and doesn't get to make babies.
But by the way, he also did the song for Red Dead Redemption 2. Unbroken. Yeah, that song. That's
okay.
D'Angelo. It's a great song from Red Dead Redemption 2. At the end.
So at this point, attending one of these boxing matches could get you 2 years in jail. Organizing or participating in the boxing match could get you 5 years in jail. But somehow the New York gangs managed to continue to get their fighters in the state, have fights, often cause trouble for the towns they were in, and get back to New York without ever being caught. Some people might say that it was the lazy local police department. But,
wow. Not the firefighters? We're just going to go right after the cops?
The ones who were whittling at the time of the Great Milford Riot.
How do you think they get batons, bro?
Are they going to even use the batons? It's like, no, I'm making a duck. I'm just whittling. I'm just asking questions.
Mad did a whittling show.
I did. It was called Whittle Me This. And I do not recommend...
poorly.
I do not recommend trying to improv while you whittle.
While you learn to whittle?
Yeah, it doesn't take long for those forearms to start really starting to burn as you're trying to keep up with this goddamn story and character with another dude. I still have that block of wood that I whittled somewhere. I may offer it up as if I get a certain number of like subscribers or whatever, then I'll give it to the first 100 callers. Nope, just one caller because there's only one of them.
Your 1,000th subscriber gets the partially whittled wood.
Well, partially is a strong word. There's a couple of lines you can make out for sure.
So with Jewel determined to stop the next match, Dewey and his crew left Brooklyn for Charles Island on a ship named Pope Caitlin. Well, that seems sacrilegious.
Right?
But at the same time...
Well, it used to be Pope Bruce.
That was a good reference.
Did you know he had to scream a lot because he didn't know how to sing for the first bit of their band stuff?
So it was a steamboat, and then it just became a paddle boat. And just lost its stack.
What are you referencing, Mad?
I thought somebody said something about Papa Roach.
Huh?
I'm
going to be honest. I was going through tabs.
That joke would have been my last resort.
God damn it, Punk.
I don't know what to do with you right now.
Cut your life into pieces.
Oh, both of them, Mad. Both of them.
You're proud, but you're also sad.
Who do I move where?
I don't know, but I should have gotten credit for the Pope Bruce.
That's what made me
think you obviously weren't listening to.
Yeah, well, I heard Papa Roach.
Oh,
yes, those are close to each other.
Don't bring me down.
But half whittled is a strong term. I wouldn't use. But it goes great in a junk drawer. You can put it in there and never think about it until somebody randomly brings it up on a stream. Like, what happened tonight?
Yeah, I read that as a half waddled log, and I was really concerned what that meant.
What does that mean? Like you're just like semi turned on?
You started walking while trying to squeeze one out?
Wait, what?
He's a penguin. He waddles.
Right. But how often does that come up? Like, oh no, I gotta go get the door, and you keep trying to. Well, like maybe I can finish by the time I get there. What's happening in your life?
I'm just saying, Punk Waddle didn't pinch it off and kept waddling.
Wait, pinch it off? I thought you were talking about jerking it.
No.
Oh, good.
The log coming out of him, a half waddled log.
That's better than what I was thinking. I was with Matt on this one, so yeah.
No, it wasn't better. Ours was better, Punk.
I know.
Gross potty humor. We don't do that here, sir.
Yeah, we play with our front tail. What?
Why don't you just bust out a soundboard. My God, we're breaking all the rules.
Did you just call your front call it a front tail?
Wait, what?
That's a
Buckwaddle just called his dick a front tail.
Wait, when? Tonight?
Just now when he said we only play with our front tail. Is that like a bonus pocket, Punk?
Oh, man, I can't wait to listen to the replay.
I don't feel like explaining myself any further on this one.
Probably the wise choice. One of the first ones you've made on these streams.
Punk does the reverse of Silence of the Lambs, and he tucks his tail forward to make it look like he's got a dick.
For a quick imp, that's the kind of stuff we need to be encouraging, not discouraging.
I think it's just discouraging.
I think this dick is
discouraging. Yes.
You mean your front tail?
Yep.
All right, so when people started showing up for the fight, police were there, and they started rounding up the near 100 that had gathered on the island to see the fight. So the governor wasn't wasting time. He actually sent authentic police to start arresting people.
So I know that there's choking the chicken, but there's also flogging the dolphin. I don't know what the penguin would be like. Waddle the penguin. What? Waddling the penguin. Nope. Sorry, go on with your story of history.
All right. So when word got out of the arrest, another group hopped on a train in Bridgeport and headed back to New York. But at Fairfield, the train was taking longer than usual to leave the station, and as it was pulling out, the locomotive left. They disconnected the cars from the locomotive and stranded the gang members. So the engineer went and pulled the little connector on the cars that the gang members were on.
Wow, that's smart thinking, man.
Yep. The National Guard then proceeded to roll in and round up any of the stragglers at gunpoint.
Sorry, I just enjoy people coming up with their own use of penguin fur.
for activities.
Yeah.
Clubbing the baby seal.
Make a better deal.
All right, so where are we at? Jails all throughout Connecticut were packed, full of spectators, promoters, gamblers, pickpockets, and the fighters.
Well, what do they do?
Remember, just attending is 2 years in jail.
Serve 2 years or 5 years. That's what they do.
The Pope Caitlin steamer was impounded when it arrived. That was the large boat that they own. That was that makes me kind of laugh because of the name.
Because they're going to sell it at Cleveland.
Yeah. The New York Sun read a headline the next day saying, "Keep them in Connecticut."
Wow.
But at that point, Reddy, the Smith's co-workers had already bailed him out, and he was back in New York reading the headline and laughing. So he got out.
Good. I hope all of them do.
But Reddy the blacksmith and Governor Jewell weren't done with each other yet. In 1870, the Bowery boys still had a well-known reputation throughout New England.
Sorry, I heard there was like 270 plainclothes feds in that crowd.
You gonna take that, guys? All right. So the Bowery boys had a bad reputation throughout New England.
Based on what?
This specifically for breaking up polling places, destroying ballot boxes, disrupting New York City elections.
Okay, valid.
So Governor Jewell forged a telegraph from the guy he was running against to make it seem like he was going to bring the Bowery boys up to Connecticut to smash the polls. He made this fake telegram pretending it was sent from his opponent, saying that he was going to send all the Bowery boys up and stop the people from voting for Jewel.
Okay.
It's what is now known as the Bowery Boy collusion hoax.
The press jumped all over the story, and Jewel had someone bring cash to Reddy the blacksmith. Reddy and his gang showed up in Connecticut the Sunday before the election, but it was just for show. That was enough to flip everyone out, and everyone voted for Jewel, the sitting governor. He just created such fear that he won in a landslide. So, politics, like you said, it doesn't repeat, but it rhymes. That was the George W. Bush philosophy on running for re-election in 2004. I'm just going to scare everyone that if they don't vote for me, it's terrible.
Hey,
Also, but it's okay. Go to the mall. But we're in orange right now. Intimate threat. Anything could be a target. Also, just keep buying things. You know, hang out at the mall.
Also, mission accomplished.
Well, it was at that time, the specific one.
All right.
How are they supposed to know that you shouldn't just dismantle their entire governmental system and try to build it from nothing again?
That's a good question.
History?
They weren't educated.
I mean, it was the first time anything like that had ever happened.
True. So Jewel, after winning re-election, continued his operation, and things didn't go well for Reddy, the blacksmith. He was forced to close his saloon in 1875 because his kidneys were failing. He died within a year.
That's so random. You would think that a dude at this time, as healthy as they were, you know what I mean? Like, he wasn't known as a drinker, was he?
I mean, he's a Bowery boy. I'm pretty sure he probably partook.
Wait, that could be bad for
I
you?
heard they were like the original straight edge kids.
Maybe. It's one of them CM Punk. Nothing. Straight edge. All right, come on. You know wrestling.
Oh, no, I knew it.
Yeah, we just all hate CM Punk.
Yeah, I was about to say, these are actual tough guys.
I mean, CM Punk tried Ultimate Fighting.
CM Punk is a bitch.
Not like Brock Lesnar, who can do enough steroids to be a winner either.
Okay. In his defense, though, we can go on.
You could.
I was gonna say. I mean, you know, he was a very talented wrestler. He was big. I think that he was just at a disadvantage because he started late for becoming a UFC fighter. So he kind of had to, you know, it's equity. You know what I mean? He needed his box to see the game, and that box was enough steroids to kill a goddamn rhino that he would inject in his ass. That was his crate to see the game.
His decision.
He was pretty large as an amateur wrestler, too.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, he used it mostly for, like, recovery. You know what I mean? Right, guys?
Yeah, not like Kimbo Slice.
You mean the Andy Pettit system, yeah. It was just for recovery.
Brock did enough stories that his kids look weirded out.
Have you seen his daughter?
Yes,
It's Brock
unfortunately.
Lesnar with tits.
And not large ones, but they are there.
They exist.
Well, I mean, I was about to go to Google, but why bother with that description? I picture it so clearly in my head.
It's pretty hard to describe.
Yeah, it's a picture's 1,000 words in this case.
Fun fact is pictures are 0 words.
Oh, all right. So after this whole debacle, with the election happening right around there. Who won here? The Jewel won in a landslide, won another term, and things didn't go well for Reddy the blacksmith after. He was forced to close his saloon in 1875 because his kidneys were failing, and he died within a year.
Damn.
For Jewel, because of coming off his success, he managed to become the Postmaster General of the United States and Republican Party chairman. He died in 1883 of pneumonia. It came on very fast. When Jewel asked his doctor how long it took for a man to die, the doctor said, "In your condition, it's only a matter of hours."
Ouch.
I mean, lie to me, Doc. Shit.
Yeah.
Tell me I got some
That's
time.
better than what some doctors have done to some of our presidents.
Oy.
Are you talking about George Washington? Or who was the one that fucking Alexander Bell was digging around, but he had a metal
The bullet
detector.
in him.
Yeah, he kept getting the spring from the fucking mattress, and they just kept digging into him.
Yep.
Was that Garfield? Yeah, it was Garfield, right?
I believe so.
He was shot. Yeah.
Yeah, in which they're making because of after watching and ripping off.
If the doctors
MADePAP.
had done nothing, he might have survived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Chad?
I was saying they watched MADePAP, ripped it off, and now they're making a television show about it.
Are they really?
The Garfield one. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Man, everyone steals from me.
You're the YouTuber's YouTuber.
Apparently, I'm Hollywood's YouTuber.
Is that how it is?
I mean, they're stealing ideas from me. Well, okay, not my idea because it was a story from history, but they wouldn't have known about it without MADePAP. I guess they would subscribe while they're over here stealing. That's all I was.
Anyway, so Jewel again became Postmaster General of the United States and Republican Party chairman. Died in 1883 of pneumonia. When Jewel asked his doctor how long it would take for a man to die, the doctor said, "In your condition, Governor, it's only a matter of hours."
You're a dick.
He outlived Reddy the blacksmith by about approximately 8 years total. And
Wait,
that's
hold on, how
where things
long?
end.
8 years.
He outlived him 8 years. So even though he was the governor of a major state, the Postmaster General, chairman of the Republican Party, and Reddy the blacksmith was a gang member, he only got 8 more years. And that's where our story ends.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, Matt acted like it was going to be another hour.
I mean,
Well, luckily I kept us on target the whole time. Guided us. I wonder what's different because normally these stories do take us like 3 hours to do. What's different about this one?
I don't know.
Imp talked.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you think that would slow us down, but it did the opposite.
It made us rush past it.
We were trying to help Imp out, though. What got him talking the most was us warning him that Steve wants to wear his skin.
Oh, yeah.
Allegedly.
Well, first, it sounded like he wanted to get a punk waddle skin.
Oh, I think he just wanted to eat me for lunch and dinner and breakfast.
Why does that make Mad giggle so much?
You're quite a small bird. I don't know that there's enough for 3 meals.
And your meat is like black.
And
Probably
greasy.
Yeah, it's very
Thanks,
gamey.
Brahma. You owe me a fucking beer.
I said it first.
The hell you did, old man?
Chad, who said it first? Let us know.
I think Imp did.
To the replay.
Alrighty. So any last thoughts on the Bowery boys?
I could use 20% more Daniel Day-Lewis in the Bowery Boys.
Yeah, and that
I
fish
needed
hook.
to Bill the Butcher, the character, to really sell it.
I would have preferred if they wore hats that had razor blades in them.
Yeah.
I could never finish Peaky Blinders. I think I made it to like the first 3 seasons or something. Just never could stick it out.
It got weirder towards the end.
Like when Tom Hardy
they're
came
making
in,
a movie
I think I was
now.
on my way out.
Oh, I thought Tom Hardy was fantastic in it.
He's great in everything. This Means War, Black Hawk Down, Bronson, the one where he fights naked for some reason.
The one where he plays 2 twin gangsters.
No,
What was
this
that
was a
one
different
called?
movie. That one was called
I'm just
Me and My
asking
Twin.
what was that one called?
I forget what it was called. It was a remake where he was playing the Craze.
Right.
Yeah, he's like, you cray?
Cray Carey?
Anyway, let's see what we got going on. We got Ascended Art on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I may do something. I may do a different stream tomorrow or the next day. Then we have the Mad Pin on Sundays coming back after our little hiatus. And then Tuesday will be MADePAP again.
Yeah.
That's everything. All right. Anyway,
That's
That is
all
not
the
everything.
shows.
there's a hockey one on fucking Friday or some shit, or Saturday. Who knows?
No, I have 2
Nope.
videos up on the Metal channel, Bonded by Metal with Nick Weiser. Brand new. Recorded them last Wednesday and this past Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, you skipped to send an art for it.
I had to work.
Well, I mean, he was doing his thing. He had to go and do the video with Nick.
You
By
know,
the
we
way,
may
I'm
do the
skipping a send
history
an
of
art this
bowling.
week.
You're skipping it?
Yeah, it's my 25th high school reunion.
Wait, you're going to that?
Are you guys so old that you don't see
I live
people
here,
online?
Mad, so
Yeah, I still live in my hometown. I didn't go to either of my goddamn reunions. I hated them then. Why would I go hang out with them now?
I never got told if we actually had a reunion or not.
I went to the 10-year one.
the 20th got canceled for COVID.
Reasons. See, mine would have straddled that whole thing, but I don't know if they meant before or after.
All right. Well, welcome back to High School Reunion Talk with your host, Matt and Dropple Waddle. What is it?
Dapper Waddle, can't you tell by
Dapper
my
Waddle. I
butterfly
couldn't see it. It
collar
was-
that I yeah.
I had to zoom in.
Yeah.
See, I match. I was like, hey, I'll go with an old school look.
And I just want to say thanks to Soul Assassin for the duds.
Okay. Well,
Match.
if there's
Mad just
Huh?
looks like Abe Lincoln.
Yeah.
this dick looks like Abe Lincoln.
Don't touch it. Oh wait, are you talking about your front tail or mine?
Oh God. Front tails are not going to be a thing.
It's going to be hard to forget.
Imagine the smegma.
I saw that.
Anyway, all right. Well, I guess that's it for us then. If you're not being beamed up, being beamed down. Tell your
Down.
friends. I swear to Christ, if you guys don't start sharing this channel and this stream out, I'm not going to do anything, but it's going to hurt my feelings. How do you feel about that? Not good,
I don't
huh?
wanna hurt your feelings.
Yeah,
Jiggly,
keep that
actually.
in mind. What was that, Imp?
You must be hearing things. I don't talk.
Now, Mr. Kansas Law Dog. Law don't go around here. Savvy? Yeah. Yeah, that's real good, Law Dog, because law just don't go around here.
Hey, Lord doggy, Lord don't go around here. And I say, hey, Lord doggy, Lord don't go around here. They keep on chasing me, raising me, been such a good time. Women and beer, yeah. We burn some bridges, bridges they fall. You're no daisy at all. They keep on calling me, want me to put it down. Oh baby, run to me, don't go, don't burn this town down.
I want you to know it's over.
Skirt, skirt, that, brr, skirt, tat, that. What?